Hello there, this is another video from Ignition Tech channel. My name is Miguel Posada and today we are going to learn how to use the HC-06 model to connect by Bluetooth and Arduino with your cell phone and send instructions to your circuits. This connection can be used in projects that you need to control objects by distance at a very low cost. So, without further delay, let's keep the ball rolling. Well, first of all, for this exercise we are going to use a servo motor, one LED, and for sure the HC-06 model. So if you don't know how to connect and program these two first components, please check this video on my channel. Okay, so in this opportunity we are going to use another software instead of Tinkercad. That's not for a bad experiences with Tinkercad. In fact, I think it's a very cool and functional resource, but unfortunately Tinkercad doesn't have a Bluetooth module in its library. So for this exercise, we are going to use the Circuito.io platform, which is a very nice simulator of circuits and codes for Arduino. As you can see, this platform has a lot of components and it's very intuitive to use. One of the things that impressed me a lot was when you drag one element from the dashboard, the platforms make the connections for you. For example, we are going to look for the HC and drag the HC-05 to the dashboard. And look at this one. It made the connections for you, and if that were not enough, that makes the codes for you too. This is insane. But my advice is, if you are beginning with this world of coding an Arduino, just use to see how to make the connections and maybe take a look for the variables or libraries of the code, because as you can see, this code is made for advanced instructions. So in our case, we're going to use it just to make the connections for Arduino model and its partnered components. Well, don't worry about the reference that we have in this platform. This is the HC-05 model and has two more pins than the HC-06. But as you can see, the connections just need 4 of them. So let's take a look at the 06. We have 4 pins available to use. That begins with the VCC connection, which we have to connect to 5 volts and GND to any GND in our Arduino. TXD and RXD are the transmitter and receptor of the module. Don't forget that all communication that we want to start between another person, or in this case between 2 devices, needs one transmitter to send data and one receptor to get it. It's very important to connect these 2 pins on a PWM digital pins in the Arduino board. Once we have connected the module, we are going to connect the elements that will interact with the instructions sent by our cell phone. In this case, one servo motor and one LED. And well, this is how you can make the connections for this exercise. And look how it looks in the real circuit. If all the connections are right, when you connect the Arduino to your computer, you have to see the red light flashing from the Bluetooth module like this. Well, let's start with the easier part. I'm going to focus on the Bluetooth coding, so for this I have the code of the servo motor and LED done. Well, to make works the Bluetooth, you have to search the library software serial and include it in the first part of the code. So go to Sketch, include library and look for the software serial. Then set a name for your model. In my case, I'm going to call it Antenita. So type software serial Antenita, and in brackets type the pins of connection that you choose in your board. In my case, 9, 10 and semicolon. In the next line, create a variable type chart called data. Set a void value between Wigma. In my case, the space key. Well, in the void setup, you have to start the communication using the method begin, but using the name of your model, Antenita, in my case, dot begin, and in brackets 9600 and semicolon. And the last part, inside the void loop, create a conditional to verify if the Bluetooth module is connected to any device. Typing if antenita valuable and brackets and curly braces, and inside it, well, if this is true, we're going to change the data variable value for the reading of the Bluetooth module. In other words, every time that the Bluetooth gets a value sent for the cell phone, this variable is going to change. So do it typing data equals antenita dot read and semicolon. And to finish, we're going to set the conditions for each action. So if data equals to 1, we're going to set digital write, red LED, hot. And servito dot write 90 degrees. For the other one, we are going to copy and paste and just change the data value for 2, red LED for low, and servito.write for 0. And that's all for the code. To finish this video, we're going to configure the app on your cell phone. I'm so sorry for the Apple lovers, because no app will work on iPhone or iPad, because this model works by Bluetooth 2.0 and iPhones and iPads works with Bluetooth 4.0. So to make it work, perhaps you have to work with the HM10 model, but this is a little bit more expensive. I'm going to work with the Arduino Bluetooth controller app. You can download it in the Play Store totally free. First of all, connect your device with the model. Check the list and look for the HC-05 device. And if you have to type the password, try it with 4 zeros. Okay, it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, try with 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there is it. Now open your app and in the list of devices, look for your model. And here you have 4 types of connections. I enjoy using the controller mode. And yes, it's very similar to the PlayStation control. To configure the value buttons, press the gear wheel and choose the button of action. In my case, I'm going to use the square to send the value 2 and the circle to send the value 1. Now go back to the control and look how it works. Guys, that's all for this video, so don't forget your like, subscribe and share this video if it was helpful for you. Thanks a lot and see you in the next one.